Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I even start, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the emotional stories and behind-the-scenes truths we talk about here, because today's video is one of the most heartfelt updates I've ever shared. Shen, the actress we've all watched grow up on screen, opened up in a way that stunned everyone, and her confession about Dylan Wang has left fans buzzing with shock, excitement, and even a few tears of their own. I'm still trying to process what I watched. Like so many of you, I followed Shen and Dylan since their Meteor Garden days. We've seen the chemistry, the playful interviews, the little glances that made us all wonder. But Shen has always been known for being private, composed, and a little shy when it comes to her personal life. That's why what happened the other night felt so extraordinary. In front of an audience, under bright lights, she let her guard down and spoke from her heart about Dylan Wang. I don't think anyone expected her to be that vulnerable. It happened at a charity gala, not even a film premiere or an award show, just a quiet, elegant evening meant to raise money for education. Shen was one of the speakers, and when she took the microphone, she looked stunning but also a little nervous. At first she talked about the cause, thanked the organizers, and smiled her usual sweet smile. And then, almost out of nowhere, her tone shifted. She paused, took a deep breath, and said she wanted to share something personal. I swear you could hear a pin drop in the hall. Even watching the live stream, I felt my own breath catch. She said something like, "There's someone who has been an anchor in my life," and then she hesitated. The camera zoomed in just enough for us to see her eyes starting to glisten. The name Dylan came out softly, but it was unmistakable. You could see the audience members look at each other, eyebrows raised, hands covering mouths. This was not a rehearsed anecdote, this was a confession. She went on to describe how working with Dylan years ago had changed her, how he had supported her quietly through difficult times, and how grateful she felt for his presence. Her voice trembled, and at one point she reached up to wipe a tear from her cheek. My heart honestly ached watching it. There's something about seeing someone who's usually so composed break down and be honest that makes you feel protective and connected all at once. What hit me most was when she said, "In this industry it's easy to lose yourself." He reminded me who I was when I almost forgot. That's not just casual praise. That's someone acknowledging a deep bond. She didn't call it love outright, she didn't need to. The way she spoke, the look in her eyes, and the emotion in her voice said more than a headline ever could. It was raw and real and beautiful. Fans online immediately went wild. Within minutes, clips of her speech flooded Weibo, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Hashtags like #ShenYueConfession and #DylanWang filled my feed. People were translating her words into different languages, writing think pieces, and posting reaction videos. Some were screaming, "She finally said it." Others were just crying along with her. The global fandom turned into one big emotional watch party. Of course, there were skeptics too. Some wondered if it was a publicity stunt, or if we were all reading too much into it. But from where I sat, glued to my screen, it didn't feel manufactured. Shen has never been a flashy self-promoter. If anything, she's been criticized for being too private. That's why this moment carried so much weight. It felt like a dam breaking, like she couldn't keep this gratitude, affection, whatever you want to call it, bottled up anymore. I'll be honest with you guys, I cried. As a longtime fan, I've always rooted for both of them. Not just as potential partners but as people navigating a tough industry. Seeing her speak Dylan's name with such emotion felt like watching a friend finally tell the truth they've been holding in. And I think that's why the moment resonated with so many of us. It wasn't just about celebrity gossip, it was about authenticity, about daring to show your heart even when the world is watching. After the event, photos surfaced of Dylan himself standing at the back of the hall. He wasn't even on the guest list officially, but apparently he had slipped in quietly. In one shot you can see him looking down, hands clasped, eyes shining. Another clip shows him moving forward as the audience applauds, as if to support her. That image alone sent the fandom into meltdown. Whether you ship them romantically or just admire their friendship, you can't deny there's something powerful between them. Later that night, Shen posted a short message on her social media. No dramatic statements, just a simple line, "Thank you for walking this journey with me." Dylan reposted it with a heart emoji and the word always. That's it. 2 words, 1 emoji. And yet the internet practically exploded. People were screenshotting, speculating, translating. Some called it a soft launch of their relationship. Others just appreciated the mutual respect. What I love about this whole situation is how it's making people talk about gratitude and emotional honesty. My comments section on the last video lit up with stories from viewers saying things like, "I finally told my best friend how much they mean to me," or "I called my mom after watching that clip." Isn't that incredible? A celebrity moment sparking real acts of kindness and connection in everyday lives. That's the ripple effect of sincerity. And then there's Dylan's side of the story. He hasn't given an interview yet about what happened, but sources say he stayed behind after the gala, met with organizers quietly, and then left through a side door. No big scene, no grand gestures, just low-key support. That's very Dylan if you think about it. He's always been protective of her, even when it's subtle. Fans are already making edits of the night, clips of Shen's tearful speech intercut with Dylan's reactions, slow-motion shots, emotional music overlays. Some are calling it the confession heard around the world. It's wild but also kind of beautiful. We're witnessing the blending of 2 narratives, their on-screen love story and their off-screen connection, and it feels like a payoff for years of speculation. I want to say this too, no matter how we interpret it, let's be respectful. These are real people sharing pieces of their real lives. They don't owe us every detail. We can celebrate the courage it took without prying into what they're not ready to share. That's the kind of fandom I want to be part of, and I think many of you do too. So here's my takeaway from Shen's confession: vulnerability is powerful. Gratitude is contagious. And sometimes the most shocking thing a celebrity can do isn't a scandal or a surprise project, it's simply telling the truth about their heart. That's what she did, and that's why we're all still talking about it. If you haven't watched the clip yet, go find it after this video. Listen not just to her words but to the pauses, the tremor in her voice, the way the room reacts. It's moving on a level that transcends fandom. And then, think about who in your life has been your anchor, your reminder of who you are, and maybe tell them. You don't need a stage. You just need a moment of courage. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Did you see the live stream? Were you as shocked as I was? Do you think this was Shen's way of confirming what we've all suspected, or was it simply a beautiful expression of gratitude? I'll be reading your comments and replying because I genuinely want to hear how this moment landed with you all. Until the next video, keep your hearts open, keep celebrating authenticity, and keep supporting the people who inspire you, whether they're celebrities or someone close to you. Shen reminded us all how powerful that can be. And honestly, I'm still a little emotional just talking about it.